Looking for love this Valentine's Day. Last year, 1 in 5 people under 30 told Pew Research they found their current spouse or partner on a dating app. But in the years since, it appears that love affair with dating apps is waning.
Ken Erdahl shares one woman's trial separation from those apps, what she did instead, and what the love landscape looks like for other singles.
Finding love in the Twin Cities could hypothetically happen anywhere.
To find a single dog walker. That's the hope.
But 27-year-old Julia McClellan's expectations are a little more grounded in reality.
It's a lot of couples in this neighborhood. I live in a home. I don't know. I feel like when you buy a house, you're like, I settled down with me now.
That's where dating apps come in.
So I'm on Hinge and Bumble.
But lately, she says they've also felt like a chore.
The overall sentiment from majority of my friends that are on the apps, the guys and girls, it's just, they're not having fun.
I know I'm not the only one that had an extraordinarily terrible year on the dating apps.
Julia poked fun at that struggle back in December.
And I decided to do something a little bit different. I sent my friends this Christmas card.
And in doing so, she made her postage go a little further.
There's a little secret message on the side. Are you seeing this on my friend's fridge? Are you a single male between the ages of 25 and 35? Hi, I'm Julia.
After introducing herself on KARE 11, Julia's card traveled far beyond her mailing list, even landing in the UK's Daily Mail.
It's been interesting. It definitely made for an entertaining holiday season for me. It was a lot of, there were a lot of wild DMs that I got. Not looking to date someone my dad's age, so that was funny. I did get messages from inside prison, and I don't know how that works. I don't know that that was an option.
She also didn't know how many others shared her frustration.
I had people reaching out to me saying like, I feel you. This has like been just for whatever reason, like more than usual, not a great year of dating.
For dating apps themselves, it hasn't been a great few years. Since going public in February of 2021, Bumble has seen its stock tumble more than 80%. And Match Group, which now owns both Tinder and Hinge, has fallen more than 60% since also peaking in 2021.
I don't claim to have the code cracked on what's wrong with the apps, but there's something not working.
And on college campuses, that's even more clear.
There's not really a lot of people looking for a relationship on an online dating app.
In a November survey of college students by Axios and Generation Lab, 79% of undergrad and graduate students said they don't use a dating app even once a month.
So that's a pretty crazy number.
And reporter Erica Pandy says so is the reason why.
Yeah, so typically, you'd think of college students as not necessarily looking for a long-term relationship, but what was really interesting is that when we talked to some of our respondents in this survey, their biggest gripe, even as college students with the apps, was that so many of the people on there weren't looking for something serious.
At the U of M, students echoed that frustration.
I wouldn't consider dating apps really an option for a serious relationship.
It's like I'd rather meet people in person and see if I actually like them.
After a while, I just got a little disillusioned with it.
A lot of these companies, Tinder and Bumble, have spent a lot of money targeting college students. They've done events on campuses, they've hired ambassadors. So they definitely think the college students are a target demographic, but these kids are more about the kind of IRL meetups now.
The apps have responded in a variety of ways, including releasing Gen Z reports promising to move beyond profile photos and even looking to personalize subscriptions in an attempt to find more paid users. And speaking of that,
subscribe, $150 total for 6 months. That's kind of a lot. This is the app that's meant to be deleted, so why am I paying for 6 months?
That kind of raises some questions.
I have questions. I have questions.
One investment she doesn't question is the one she made in those cards.
One of the guys that I went out with, he actually was wing-womaned so well by his mother that I was like, okay, I gotta go out with this guy because she did a really great job. And
so
she was
his mom saw the story?
Yes, his mom saw the story and reached out to me, which I thought was sent photos of him and was like, here's all of his accolades, and just so mom, even a photo of him as a child.
Though it didn't work out, she says she'd still rather spend money on postage than an online profile.
They were enjoyable experiences, which is that gives you the hope to keep trying because you're like, okay, that's a good person. And I'm sure there's other ones, so that's helpful.
Well, to be fair, Julia says she hasn't completely given up on the apps because as someone who works from home, she says they are still one of the best options out there. But if you are a single guy between 25 to 35 or the parent of one, she says her DMs are still open.